for today's action. So make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers, and also participate in a live chat because we'll have it rolling today here on a Monday. So we appreciate everyone's contributions. Before we get underway, just remind you of a few things. Our promo code, you can save 20% off all our pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so post your picks in the comments. And of course, visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com. We are a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up for our long-term pass. You see Mindy and Ramon here top the leaderboard for 2023. They've been on absolute fire. I peeked up there as well for the last 3 days. Tiffany is hitting the 7-day leaderboard. Keep an eye on Tiffany, our GM, the VIP, who's been hard at work. He's been firing in some plays as well, showing some good results there. And guys, go ahead and click the links to the hot cappers, get signed up to our long-term pass. I want to recognize some of our newest cappers here. I know on the NBA, Tim has been putting up some good numbers here. Mindy has been hot. Nick in the NBA has been hot. So has Tim. Tim has put up some great numbers this year in the NBA. Of course, you guys can always toggle these leaderboards. If there's certain sports you're interested in, check them out. We got NBA, got college basketball. Of course, MLB is coming up. NHL, we got MLB in there again because we should actually change this to spring training because we're documenting spring training as well. So a lot's going on over at Tony'sPicks.com, guys. So check it out there. And of course, you'll find here our latest premium picks here on the side of the board. We're ready to roll here with Monday's action, NBA, NHL as well. Don't know if there's any World Baseball Classic today. I know Ramon had documented a play, but we'll see. Best bets, each capper can designate a play from their one best bet from each sport. So you'll see multiple best bets up here for Monday's action. $15 premium pick offers great value. Each capper can designate a play off their card as a $15 premium pick to introduce their service and new and existing customers. And of course, we're ready to roll here with that 15. You see a lot of best bets at that $15 price point to make that really good impression. And of course, that 3 multi-packs, you see them there, 3 packs, 5 packs, 7s, and so forth, offer great value. Of course, they are profit guarantee, must earn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is a profit guarantee. All right, we got that rolling, ready to roll here for a Monday. With us today, we've got Ramon Scott and Mindy Hahn. So let's get underway here with game day picks. We'll get underway with Mindy Hahn. You'll catch her over at Tony'sPicks.com. Catch the morning steam Saturday through Thursday here at 9 a.m. Eastern Time. You've seen Mindy top the leaderboards. Been doing fantastic work. We'll bring her in right now. Ready to roll here with Mindy. Mindy, what's happening?
Not too much, Tony. How are you?
Doing great. Doing awesome. All right. Here, we got action here for today. Here we're going to the NHL here as I try to familiarize myself here with this new board I put together. It's just, I'm telling you, it's getting more and more, more and more features here, scrambling my brains even more. But anyway, we go to the ice, and I think we got everything right here. Colorado Avalanche here to face Montreal Canadiens. Now, we're using a very sharp Vegas book for these are live lines. They update every minute, so you may see some movement here. But the cappers can shop for the best numbers from the major books. But we are posting here a sharp Vegas book here. We got Colorado Avalanche, a big favorite. The puck line, they're even laying $1.08. Total sits here at 6.5.
Yeah, so we get to look at some hockey again since we're all out of college basketball here for the day. So taking a look at this one, the Avalanche right now, 36-22, winners of just 2 of their last 6 games. Gorgiev will be in the net. He's only given up 2.62 goals allowed on average here and sitting at a .918 save percentage. He's also 3-4 against Montreal. The Canadiens, on the other hand, they are having a little bit of a tough time this season, 26-34. And are on, I don't know, a bad 6-game losing skid. So if they don't win tonight, they're going to be on a 7-game losing streak, which will tie their longest of the season. Looks like their likely goalie will be Jake Allen. He's actually 14-21 here on the season with a .899 save percentage. But he, on the other hand, has an outstanding career record versus the Avalanche. He's 9-5 against the Avalanche, only allowing 2.13 goals. So it's kind of one of those, like, for the Avalanche, it may seem, hey, this is a good time, to turn this around, playing against a Canadiens team that hasn't been playing so well. But maybe not so fast, Avalanche fans. The Habs, they've been playing pretty good here as of late. You might even say maybe decent, right? They haven't actually lost by more than 1 in like they've only lost by one, like one time out of their last 6 games here, basically. And then the Avalanche, they've only won by 2, only once out of their last 20 games here. So I'm going to take a look at this Montreal team at home and how they've been playing here as of late. I'm taking the Canadiens here. I think they're going to be able to keep it, keep this one close. So because of that, I'm going to go ahead and take under the total of 6.5 here in this one. Again, the Avalanche, they aren't really beating anyone right now. They're really only scoring about 2 goals a game. Same with the Canadiens, only 2 goals a game. I definitely think they can go ahead and get the under in this one today, Tony.
All right, Mindy says under 6.5 Avalanche and Canadiens here. So we're getting late in the season here in the NHL. Mindy, and of course, I was reading the Discord. I know Ativa was making some comments here about Ottawa and tanking. And of course, when you look at Montreal's record, you kind of wonder, are they in the same boat? Is this team really going nowhere? Does it help them in the draft positions to lose more? And again, I don't really follow NHL that closely. If there's any really top, there's always top prospects, right? There's 1 or 2 of them. We know the NHL draft has become more and more magnified now in recent seasons with some of these superstars coming out. But when you see a team like Montreal, and their record, and the point that we're in the season, though, what do you see for their outlook?
Oh, I mean, I don't think their outlook is great, right? I mean, I don't think they're actually probably going to get by this game. Even though they do have that 9-2 win streak, over the Avalanche, I still think the Avalanche probably get this one in the low scorer. That's kind of how I see it. I think, though, that we kind of took a look at this play here tonight. On the morning steam, we'd probably take a look at Montreal here on the puck line. That'll probably be our play against this big, money line team of the Avalanche. But I don't know if, teams go ahead, and there's still a lot of hockey left. I'm not so sure that anyone's really trying to get themselves into the cellar for draft picks. Everyone still always fights hard. They had quite a few injuries and stuff this year too. But the way I see it is that they're going to still keep firing away here. I think they're going to give the Avalanche a run for their money. I mean, there's too much money in this game. There's too much that they want their fans to come back. They don't want to tank. All these players also always have incentives to do well. So even if the team doesn't do well, they can still get bonuses in their pocket also. But yeah, the under here in this one, though, it's been basically, if you take a look at it, kind of the way it's been trending over the last 7 meetings. It's 7-0 to the under. The Avalanche, whenever they play a weaker team, it's gone to the under. They're not ones to go out there and really annihilate folks, and they're kind of hanging in there for, I think they're only about 2 to 3 points ahead of the Jets. So yeah, the under is looking good for the Canadiens as well. As I talked about, they only scored 2 goals on average. Their last 5 games, it's been 4 to the under. I think they're going to stay there again here today.
Yeah, as you said, harder to tank. You have 4 lines out there. You got 2 goalies. Their stats are very important to them. That's how they get paid, right? There's so many stats and analytics out there where the players have to worry about. Also, too, if you ever attend a sporting event live, you'll see there's a lot of salesmen in there trying to sell you season tickets for next season. There's a lot of these merch stores, these little vendors. They make a lot of money on the merch because there's a lot of markup on some of that material. And how are you going to make up that revenue in the arena if you're going to just tank and destroy your brand?
Right. I mean, that's the way it is for most teams, too. I mean, it's pretty rare to have someone, really tank. I mean, look at the Texans this season, right? They were still, they could have tanked a game there right at the end, and they pulled it out and came out with a victory to lose that first draft pick. And again, it's these players are playing for pride. A lot of times they don't care so much about, what's going on in the main office. They're out there looking to maybe, further their career and looking maybe to the next team. So there's always a lot at stake, I think, for most of these players.
Yeah, especially those players on the 3rd and 4th line, right? They're trying to make a team. There's a lot of pressure there to try to improve themselves. No doubt about that. Avalanche Canadiens under 6.5. This one to have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. Of course, showing great profit here for 2023. 3,045 units of profit. NBA board tonight with 7 games. We also have NHL on the board, as we talked about, heading to a huge college basketball weekend. What do you have going over at the site?
Yeah, a fun week coming up here for sure. But looking at three plays in the NBA today, put together a three-pack for you there. Also have one game in the NHL that's locked in into my best bet package also. So yeah, just a couple games here today. A little bit of light card, a little bit of light play. So we're getting geared up here going into March Madness. So it's a good time to get one of those longer term passes, right? Been up there pretty high over the last month or so. Looking forward to getting that going here again and getting back up there. So yeah, we've been hitting pretty good so far. So it's a good time to get one of those month-long packages. And make sure you use the promo code TonyT at checkout as well.
That's right, guys. Again, on board with Mindy Han over at TonySpicks.com. You see the promo code TonyT at checkout will save you 20% off. Put the numbers up there again from Mindy, where she's been on absolute fire. 3,045 units of profit. That's all documented over at TonySpicks.com. As Mindy was saying today, she does have action on the board tonight with an NBA Monday Night Guaranteed 3-pack. So get on board with Mindy Han with her 3-pack tonight here from the NBA. Also found a best bet tonight here from the NHL. So go ahead and get on board with that. And of course, as Mindy was mentioning, the long-term passes will serve you well. Now, if you're looking for like a March Madness pass, well, look no further than the 30-day All Sports Pass, right? You get all of Mindy's premium plays here for 30 days. That would include the entire NCAA tournament, all the minor tournament action, your CBI, your NCAA tournament action, NIT as well, and of course Mindy's action, of course, with NHL and NBA here with that 30-day pass. Of course, this will take you into April 12th, almost 2 weeks into the baseball season. Not too sure if she'll have plays ready by then, but if she does, that will also be real close to it there, because she's a data girl. She's got to put those stats together with these new shifts, these new pitch clocks, and I'm interested to see how these starting pitchers do when we get the 6th or 7th inning. Diet, exercise, and fitness is going to have to be an issue here because there's less recovery time. There's a lot of things to keep an eye on here in baseball here, because these pitchers are only not going very deep in spring training, so we don't know how they're going to handle the deeper as they get deeper in the games, as they have to work faster. So we'll see how that works. But anyway, get on board with Mindy over at TonySpicks.com. The 1-month pass, you can use that promo code TonyT at checkout. That'll take $66 off that package. You can access Mindy's page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers app, then you'll land right on Mindy's page and go ahead and get signed up. All right, Mindy, we put together also a Twitter account for you over at TonySpicks. Mindy, Morning Steam with another live show today, and of course it's in the archive, so you guys can go back and watch the replay. You see that many people watch the replay when they missed the show, and of course we can also catch you on Discord, and you put together something special for all the viewers out there on the Discord as well.
That's right, we did. So yeah, all you have to do is go ahead and get into Discord. Tony put the link up right here. So if you get into Discord, all you need to do is send me a direct message. It's a little icon. It looks like to me like a little gaming remote control. Just click on that, find me, send me a message with your email, and you can get entered into our March Madness college basketball bracket. Again, it's just for those that sign up for Discord. That's the only requirement that we make. It's free bracket, and what we do for prizes, we're going to do the meal of your choice. So if you win, you get dinner on us. If you lose and you get second, then you get lunch on us. And then if you are third place in contention, then you get a breakfast on us. So pretty easy. We like to talk about food a lot on the Morning Steam, since it is morning. Not all of us have eaten yet when we get on the show. So we tend to talk a lot about food. So I thought that would be the perfect prize out here today. So yeah, make sure you join us in Discord. In Discord, you'll find lots of props. You'll find information. You'll get EPA scoring. I mean, you'll just get a ton of information. So it's a good place to go and hang out and find some plays in there. So for me, I definitely like getting some same game parlays and stuff like that to use my 10 free dollars on. I mean, I might as well use it, right? And we've been hitting some too. So it's been a lot of fun. So make sure you get in Discord. Real easy.
Yeah, get in
and
Discord.
Then also,
good.
Yeah, go ahead. But yeah, I mean, it's real easy to do. So, and in there, I go ahead and nightly also put in the lineup for the Morning Steam that next morning as well. So if there's any games that you want us to do on the lineup that's not professional, you can just go ahead and write those in there, and Ramon and I will make sure we oblige to that and get that in there for the games for the next morning to be covered. I mean, we don't mind, definitely taking requests on the show, but it is easier if we go ahead and have the graphics ahead of time, be able to take a look at the game a little bit more also. And then also make sure you join us on the morning steam, of course, every Saturday through Thursday, 8 a.m. Central, where we go through that lineup. You get basically a lot of the steam. You get to know which way the Sharps are headed. You get to know which direction the morning steam chat is headed. Lots of winners in there, lots of folks that are making lots of money that also have a good advice. They come with their data. It's definitely not a must-miss show. It's a must-watch. So make sure you get in there and find me on Twitter, Tony's Picks Mindy, where I have another play here in the National Hockey League today.
That's right. So I got Tony's Picks Mindy there for that play in the hockey, as well as the Discord guys. Be sure to click the link you see in the chat and get in there and go ahead and follow the instructions from Mindy that she put there in the post and get involved in that bracket contest and have some fun. And do it early. We don't want Mindy there on Thursday having to during the live morning steam having to go in there and put in those set people up.
That's right. I mean, we'll do our best to get you in, but I can't guarantee. So, yeah, I mean, what games probably start 11? Is that what it is? So, yeah, we'd have to really be rushing through morning steam to make sure you get in.
That's right. So, guys, make sure you get that information in there. You'll find the link there. I believe Mindy's, here's the link right here. You can see the post from Mindy here with the link. So go ahead and get in there and get signed up and get that DM to her so you can get into the contest.
Yeah, I'll send the link out once you give me your email. Then I'll just send you the link. I thought that would be easier than, just having a link there that, that is
can distribute it.
I don't know. Maybe I did it the wrong way, but I just wanted to make sure that I got everyone in that wanted to get in.
There you go. So this is just to our Discord users. Just get into Discord. You'll be able to get into the contest. Close to 80 in there right now. So you'll get in there and you'll be able to qualify for the bracket contest. So looking forward to all that there indeed. All right, Mindy, as always,
are you going to get in?
I'm going to get in. I want to get it done as fast as possible because I don't want to interrupt my head captain. I need this team. I need that time. You know what I mean? The sooner you get it in, the better.
Right. All right. Cool.
All right, Mindy, have a great afternoon. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right. See ya.
See ya. Mindy on here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Like, subscribe, set notifications. Be live with us. Get the plays in real time. And join in the chat conversation. Shout out to Blake. Shout out to Latifa in the chat today. C-Spill, shout out to you as well. Darren Laren. Glad to have you on board here in the chat today, so keep an eye there. Lots going on here on the show. Let's continue on here on Game Day Picks. Ramon Scott up next. Sitting top of leaderboards here at Tony'sPicks.com. I think we're ready to roll here with Ramon Scott. Ramon, what's happening?
Lobster, rice, pilaf. Oh, sorry, Tony is just ordering my dinner when I win the bracket challenge. Mindy can just send it via courier. I can't believe they let a ringer like me into the Tony's Picks Discord bracket challenge.
Yeah, I know that. This would be a lot of fun. Thanks to Mindy I'm looking forward to that, and everybody gets signed in there on that Discord. You see the link there on the chat box. All right, here we go today. NHL on the board as we got NHL NBA before we on the eve of a lot of college hoops because we've got a 10-game card tomorrow. NIT, their round of 32 begins tomorrow, so we've got a lot of college hoops the entire week here. Tonight we go to the Stars at the Kraken. That's your late night game tonight. The Stars favored here. You see the puck lines in there as well. You see the totals of 6.
Yeah, and if anything, this is the middle of March Madness, I would think. So this is a catch-your-breath type of night. But for us, maybe it's the night to pounce here with the NHL and NBA, Tony, with no college around. And maybe casual fans taking a night off. Let's head out to Pride Night at Climate Pledge Arena with Dallas and Seattle. Dallas spent the weekend in Seattle this past Sunday. They played on Saturday night, and the Stars took a 4-3 victory on Saturday. Dallas needed an empty netter to tie it at 6. They let Seattle trailed 1-0. Seattle trailed 2-1, but it was the Stars that needed the empty netter to force this game into overtime, eventually winning 4-3. Seattle maybe the hotter team right now. Could they be in line for a trip back to the final. We just saw Dallas in the finals the last few years ago, but it'll be Ottinger in goal for Dallas. Man, he's been real sharp. I don't know if he's getting overworked or not, but Wedgwood, he's sidelined a little bit right now. I don't think he was eligible for this game. Physically, anyway, Ottinger's in the goal because Wedgwood is on the shelf for a few days, a little bit sore. Ottinger, 2.41, the goals against. He's got a 92% save percentage. You had 28 saves in that game on Saturday night against the Kraken. Can these teams put up 7 again tonight? I'm not so sure. I mean, to me, these teams, yes, since the All-Star break, maybe there's been a little bit more offense with both these teams. Dallas made some moves to add a little bit of offense, but I look at Dallas. I still see a team that's 10-21 to the under on the road. They're also 13-34 to the under against teams above 500, and they've also gone under in 19 of their last 26 games when they're in the spot that they're in tonight, and that's the third game in 4 nights here. So I still think there's a little bit of work there for Dallas tonight if they're going to pull this one off. I mean, you look at the line, they are a road favorite here. Mindy and I on the morning's team, we were, siding with Dallas there. And so let's see how it fares. I just think I see a tighter game tonight, a playoff atmosphere. Certainly, Seattle's third in the Pacific. They've got Martin Jones. Now, he does have goals against near 3 and a save percentage of 88%, but still 24-10 record. This will be Jones's first start since March 2nd. Grubauer kind of the workhorse for Seattle, but Jones in there tonight. Seattle's 14-19 to the under at home this season. You see the goals. The bookmakers weren't interested in putting up necessarily a 6.5 here. They're juicing the 6. So maybe they see it the way I do, that it'll be tightly contested. Now, I do show a couple of offshore books, and the book, the big online book has moved to 6.5 under 20. So maybe you could also take it under 6.5 if you can find that price and you like that price here. But I'm going to play it here at under the 6, and I think that that's okay too. So either way, I mean, if it gets close, I mean, everything, you see the line, $1.20. So maybe a repeat if it ends up going over, that it would be the same type of situation. I can't believe how all the NHL games, they seem to be going 1-goal games no matter what. Even if you've got $2 and $3 favorites, these dogs are hanging in there. So I think tightly contested is the way to go tonight with Dallas and Seattle, and that's the way I see it. Like I said, it was just a minute and a half left in the game on Saturday night. Tony, the score was 3-2. Of course, they pulled Ottinger at that time and got that game-tying goal and ended up taking the 3 points, and Seattle was left with 1 point. Games are very important for Seattle at this point, given their playoff position. Despite their great season, nothing's locked in just yet. They're looking pretty good. They've had a great season after last year, so I think they're in pretty solid choice here to be competitive in this game. Minnie and I do have Dallas, but with Ottinger in the pipes, I still like his chances to have a good performance here tonight. He's definitely one of the goalies, Tony, when you have all these contentious teams this season throughout the league, maybe you're going to want that one guy, and his numbers compared to the other top goalies are right there. And you know how it is in the playoffs. You get that hot goalie, and that's how you kind of ride it sometimes. And Dallas isn't searching for answers at this point. They've got Ottinger, and he's one of the best in the league statistically and, aesthetically. When you see him out there, definitely, makes the Stars a Stanley Cup contender because of their goaltending. Yeah, they're getting contributions elsewhere as well. They're third in the West, so they're having a pretty great season, and they've got the goalie to take them deep into the playoffs.
All right, Ramon here with the Stars Kraken under 6. There are some 6.5 in many places with juice to the under there, so keep an eye there. Ramon, you're getting a little plus there on the under with the 6 right now. This is Las Vegas, a very sharp book in Vegas, and these lines are live. And of course, do your line shopping to get the best numbers there. Ramon, looking at this specific division race here, it's interesting to see how Quick ended up in Vegas, and the Quick coming off a good performance there. And it's a fight there between the Kings and Vegas. How do you see this Pacific shaping out here as we're in the final month of the season here?
Tony, well, come on. We're rooting for Quick, to find a good spot. He's, ended up on the first place. I don't think we saw this coming, what he did now. Is it just a little bit of momentum? Is he, found the fountain of youth a little bit? He's looked really good. And, Vegas, maybe they found something there. Yeah, maybe they're shoring up the defense a little bit. Vegas can do that. I mean, look at that Stanley Cup season and how they, put it all together in that year. Now they're on a 3-game winning streak. So I don't know. The Kings are behind them by 3 points. Totally satisfied with how the Kings are doing. If they can catch them, that'd be fine too. But when you look at Vegas, LA, Seattle, Edmonton, those 4 teams, within 8 points right now in the division. I think they're all strong and contentious, but I think, Vegas just let's hope. I'm rooting for Quick. I want LA to do well, certainly, but man, Quick nobody saw it coming. Just no way after being shipped off and to Columbus like he was unceremoniously, if you will, and then finds his way into Vegas, and the way he's looked so far has been really, really outstanding. So I'm going to say it's a plus for Vegas at this point. I'm not going to say that Quickie can keep this up, what we've seen over the first performances from him, but a very pleasant surprise, certainly for me. Pretty happy that that Quick has found his way right smack in the Stanley Cup picture. And if yes, maybe Vegas can get healthy and go a little bit more. And he's, we'll see. That's been the big issue for Vegas right now is, healthy goaltending, good goaltending. And if Quick can find something here, just anything, you wonder what was going on in LA, why the numbers weren't there necessarily. How can a guy like Copley, who was a journeyman, just come in and reel off a record-setting number for the number of wins by a new goalie with the franchise? I mean, you can't think that Copley was just floundering around and this is the what was expected of him in his career. There's got to be something to the continuity defensively with LA as well, but it's been uncanny.
Oh, well, it was a totally different LA team. Early on, it was just scattered. I mean, they were just playing fast. So the puck, they were loose with the puck, a lot of turnovers. Getting a little better now as the chemistry is starting to build with a lot of new players in the mixer. But what I've noticed now watching these games, it looks to me that a lot of these teams are getting more defensive minded. We're almost to the point where they're kind of getting their team wired here for the playoffs, as you're starting to see the teams get a lot more defensive minded, focus more on the defense right now for the defensemen as well. Centers and the entire crew pretty much seems to be focused, wired in on defense.
It might be important for LA to get the best position possible. They've been okay on the road. I think they've been fine on the road. One thing in the NHL, Tony, is I like teams that win on the road. If anything, I mean, Seattle's at home here, but remember, they're one of the best road teams in the league this season. So I kind of like when a team can go out and show that they can win on the road. When it comes playoff time, all you need really is a road win. 2 road wins will get you home pretty much every time. Yeah, there could be some goofy series and whatnot, but you just got to trust the numbers there. Win a road game or 2, and you're probably going to be in pretty good shape. So, it'll be interesting to see how it meshes out, because over in the other division with Dallas leading, I mean, they're only a point ahead of Minnesota, and those guys are 5 and 6 points clear of Winnipeg and Colorado. You can't count Colorado out either at this point. So good teams, good hockey tonight, Dallas and Seattle. I've got to think playoff intensity has this one going under. Yeah, got a little loose last time at the end of the game. That's what happens. That's what happens. Just tune in for the last few minutes if it's ever a one-goal game. Guaranteed
pull the goalie.
Excitement.
Yeah, they get that. That's how it rolls there. Ramon, Ramon here on Stars Kraken under 6. This one to have a start time here of late night tonight at 10 Eastern time, as you can see up there. All right, Ramon, let's take a look over at Tony'sPicks.com for tonight's action. We'll put up the numbers, and Ramon's been on absolute fire. 3,617 units of profit here last 30 days. That is all documented over at Tony's Picks. You can verify that by going over to Ramon's handicapper page. Go down to pick history. You can see all the plays up there. All right, tonight we got 7 on the board from the NBA. I know we have some college basketball. I know you've been actually posting a premium there on the World Baseball Classic. We got a couple of those games in prime time as well, and sometimes around during the middle of the night. What do you have going over at Tony's Picks?
Tony, it's not a light night for me, despite the card with the 7 games in the NBA, 3 in the NHL. Mindy and I were cooking today, if you will, cooking up breakfast, if you will, on the morning steam today. I won't mind if someone wants to win the lunch or dinner. I'll take the breakfast. But tonight, Tony, a 5-pack in the NBA. Mindy and I already agreed on several games, but I've got 5 premiums myself in the NBA. Love this card here tonight. Take a look at this 5-pack for $35 over at Tony'sPicks.com. Use the promo code TonyT at checkout. Save 20% off the premium pick packages, including this 5-pack in the NBA. I'm not holding back tonight. Maybe this is the night that we get it. I mean, when you're talking about the lull, getting ready for the action, the middle of March Madness, if you will. That's the way I see it. It doesn't start this week. We're right back in the middle. This is the rest day. So let's build the bankroll tonight with a couple of games in the NHL that I've matched up with the World Baseball Classic for a 3-pack for $30. 2 in the NHL, the other 2 games, if you will. I thought this was kind of a premium as well. I couldn't get the 6.5 necessarily. That's why I downgraded it to the show pick. Not a downgrade, Tony. I'm not coming in here with some garbage, but 6.5. If you got a nice 6.5, it's not too heavily juiced. Maybe a 6.5 under 15 or 20 or so. That's a great price to take that under as well. But we couldn't get that, so I brought it on the show here for you. I've packaged up my 2 NHL games with that World Baseball Classic game, Tony. It comes to you in the Canada-U.S. game. We saw the U.S. last night. You want your update, Tony? U.S., not good. Mexico stomped them. It wasn't even close. The U.S. pitching staff, they brought the JV, Tony. It's scary. I'm not sure that they might not even get out of this alive, but I think they can. They're a $5 favorite tonight against Canada. There are run lines in the World Series. There are totals. Get my premium pick tonight between Canada and the United States in that 3-pack with a couple of hockey games in the World Baseball Classic, Tony. Dominican Republic just closed out Nicaragua 6-1. Korea dumped China last night 22-2, and just underway. Well, if you want to get on this one live, how about if I just toss it out here? Colombia's on top 1-0 over Great Britain. They opened a 4.5 run favorite. It's probably still going to be pretty close to that number. I think Colombia can end up rolling Great Britain here. I think they can get it by 5 runs or so. So check it out. See if you can get in there. Maybe a live bet if you want to watch this game in the World Baseball Classic right now. Colombia and Great Britain underway in the World Baseball Classic. Also tonight, Tony, Israel and Puerto Rico. Thinking about coming in with a premium there as well in this game. I do like the game between Israel and Puerto Rico. I just wanted to maybe solidify some of the information on that game, but I might have more premiums tonight in the World Baseball Classic. And over in tennis, they're in Indian Wells this week, and with a little bit of a lull, I was able to find some plays over in the Discord as well. Went 3-1 last night with the tennis plays, so maybe you can expect a few premiums leading up to the heavy action on Thursday and Friday in the NCAA tournament. Wow, it's time. Everyone get ready for the NCAA action. So that's what I have tonight, Tony. 5-pack in the NBA and a 3-pack in hockey / World Baseball Classic.
That's right, guys. Got word with Mo Scott over at Tony's Picks. We'll flash the numbers again for you. He's been on fire here. 3,617 units of profit last 30 days. All documented over at Tony'sPicks.com. Of course, tonight, in action tonight here with a 5-pack here from the NBA. And of course, he has the multi-sport, NHL, and World Baseball Classic in there. We document World Baseball Classic, so get on board. Ramon has been posting plays up on the site and in Discord as well, so get on board. Of course, this is a busy week here for college basketball. And of course, if you want Ramon's entire NCAA tournament package, well, you can get on board here with Ramon's 30-day all sports pass. Get all of Ramon's pre and plays for 30 days. Includes the entire NCAA tournament, NIT, CBI in there as well. And of course, all his hockey and of course, baseball, right? World Baseball Classics involved. He's also involved in UFC on the weekends. Also, tennis. He keeps an eye on the tennis matchups as well. If there's premiums, he'll come in and fire. He did that a lot last summer as well. And of course, in action there. So keep an eye with Ramon Scott. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout on that 1-month pass. You'll save 20% off. That'll be $66 off when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Ramon's page by clicking the link you see in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, and then you'll land right on Ramon's page and go ahead and get signed up there with Ramon. All right, Ramon, we have a Twitter account for you set up over there, Tony's Picks Ramon. We're on the Discord, Morning Steam, and of course, we've been looking at that World Baseball Classic. Some of those teams that play in the Caribbean Leagues, Caribbean Series, they might have a little bit of benefit there, having some action in the January and February months.
Yeah, we'll see how that rolls with a lot of those teams playing tonight. Like I said, we saw it last night. I had Venezuela. They look like the better team out there in their matchup with Puerto Rico. You know, Puerto Rico brought the fans to Miami, but it was Venezuela. It looked like the men out there. They had a pretty strong lineup. Venezuela, watch out. You're looking for, you can't call them a dark horse with that lineup, but when you're going against Dominican Republic, you're going against teams like the United States, Venezuela, man, they look pretty sharp last night with the bats. They pounded Puerto Rico early and held on for the victory. So World Baseball Classic definitely, I don't want to say real baseball. They got the real baseball, Tony. You can put the shift on a little bit. The bases are the old size. There's no pitch clock. Baseball the way it was meant to be, except there's a run rule, and the pitchers can only go about 65 pitches, and then you got to make a move there. So there's some little rules and specifics there, but the atmosphere is there definitely in a lot of these games. Over in across the Pacific Ocean, some of the matchups can lack a little bit of crowd enthusiasm when you got two teams maybe that aren't totally local over there. But here in Arizona and Florida with the large Hispanic population, there's just been great atmosphere. There's no problem. A lot of people want to kind of make fun of the World Baseball Classic a little bit. Why are we doing this in spring training? I see a lot of heart. I see a lot of enthusiasm by a lot of these teams, and the crowds are obviously into it as well. So I think it's worth it. I think the World Baseball Classic is here to, I want to say here to stay. I mean, we've been doing it over, 4 or 5 times now, over a decade, over almost 2 decades, really, with this tournament. So it's a good tournament. I think the fact that the last one was kind of postponed a little bit brings a little bit of enthusiasm still to it. So I think the games are pretty good, pretty exciting, and we're going to be having all the games over here on this side of the ocean, which will put it a little bit more in prime time for everybody. A couple of those, like you said, those games are going off. A few of them in the middle of the night, so not for everybody. So
definitely
I enjoy it.
Yep, guys, so check out Ramon there over at Tony's Picks, of course, on the Twitter as well as in Discord and on the website as well with all his plays. All right, Ramon, it's always great having you show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Thank you, Tony.
Got it. Ramon Scott here on Game Day Picks. Guys, we're with you here on Game Day Picks here Monday through Friday here at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. We want you guys live with us. Get the plays in real time. Get the best numbers from these plays that we give you. And, of course, participate in the chat room. We got Mindy in the chat room, Latifa in there, Jared Bush in there as well, Darren Laron as well. So lots happening in our chat. And don't forget to sign up for our Discord. Follow the link there in the description, getting in our little March Madness bracket contest run by Mindy. All right, let's continue on here on the Game Day Picks Show. It's time for my play. Let's get the game information up for you right now, and I think we're ready to roll here with this one from the NBA. Let me go to my full screen here. Full odds. Here we go. We got Rockets and the Boston Celtics tonight. Here at 8 Eastern time, we got Boston, as you see, a big favorite. Look at the money lines are huge as well. Total's 231. I'm going to look at the total in this one, and I'm going to be going over 231.5. And of course, the line you see there is based on the sharpest book in Vegas. So a lot of them like the under in there, but I'm going to go over, going against the Vegas Sharps in this one. Over a total here of a 231.5. Of course, do your shopping, get the best number. And we're going to also update you here on this injury report. We know that Gallinari's been out all season. Pritchard is the one that's been doubtful. Williams, a rebounder, also been questionable. Actually, we can now confirm that Pritchard and Williams are out of this one. Sengun is probable, so it looks like Houston will be at full strength for this one. Of course, Boston has been shooting the three pretty well on the road, and the Rockets team, they've had some struggles at home, but their defense has been poor, giving up 125 points per 100 possessions over their past 7 at home. But the reason I like the over in this one, that you've got a healthy Houston, and I think healthy Houston will produce points on their end, but the defense is still going to be bad. But you're just going to get a little bit more point output here from the Rockets. That's going to be enough here to get this one over. Of course, Celtics will be hitting their shots against this bad defensive Houston team. But I just think because Houston is healthy, that you'll get some point contributions. I don't see them winning the game. I don't even see. I know that spread's almost 13 over there, a double-digit spread for Houston. I don't want to for Boston. I don't want to get caught up in that game. But when I see these bad teams healthy, I think you're going to get just enough offense out of them to get this game over the total here against a bad defensive team here. I think Boston should get their shots in against Houston. Over 231.5. And let me just check the other sports books right now, because this is the sharpest book in Vegas that has this one lined at 231. And those folks in Vegas tend to like to play a lot of unders, and that's kind of what they do. Matter of fact, this one's even getting steamed in some of the surrounding casinos at 229.5. So let me just see what we have here on this one here. This one is getting steamed even lower here. Let's take a look here at my line feed to see if I can update it here. Let me just do a hard update on this one to see if we see any movement here. No, it's still showing here 231 here, but I'm seeing this one actually moving in other places here even lower. So do your shopping on this one. Let me see what I have here. 231. Okay, 231. But we could see it. We could see a drop in this one. We'll see how this rolls throughout the afternoon. But anyway, I'll be going over 231.5. Do your shopping, get the best numbers. And I'm actually seeing in this one. Let's see what we got here. I'm seeing some 229.5 in some places right now. Some 232 still. To do your shopping here, we may see this line come down a bit. But anyway, we're going to go over 231.5. This one will have a start time here at 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, guys, check out TonySpix.com right now. I've got a best bet tonight from the NBA up on the board, so go ahead and get signed up for that one. We'll bring it up right now. So NBA on the board tonight with the best bet. Also the long-term passes. If you're looking for my March Madness pass, just get the 1-month pass. The 1-month pass will get you all of my premium plays for 30 days. And, of course, affordably priced there. Get all my NCAA tournament games. NIT, CBI is included there as well. NBA for 30 days, as well as my baseball. The first 2 weeks of baseball as part of that 1-month pass will save you $66 when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access my page by clicking the link you see there in the description. Click the All Cappers tab and go ahead and get signed up. All right, let's continue on here on game day picks. It's time now to do the recap. Let's recap the plays from today's show. All right, with us today was Mindy. Mindy liked Avalanche Canadiens under 6.5. Ramon says Stars and Kraken under 6. I'll be on the Celtics Rockets over total of 231.5. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of Game Day Picks, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 3 p.m. Eastern. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from TonySpix.com. We'll go out the plays for you in real time, and make sure you guys subscribe if you would. Greatly appreciate that. All right, don't forget our Discord. The conversation continues there on our Discord. So just follow the link you see there in the description. More picks and the betting discussion continues there. All right, let's go ahead and bring in our crew from today's show. Going to wake up, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow here on Game Day Picks.